How are you doing?
Good, good.
I have my dog with me.
Oh, I wish I did. I'm still at work.
I'm glad I'm taking some time off this summer, just to have a
Where do
break.
you work, Amy?
I work in Los Angeles. What about you?
I used to work in LA. I work in Sacramento now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I work
Mhm.
in Green Dot Public Schools.
I used to work for a charter school, Stella Middle Charter Academy, which is over on
Oh,
like La Brea and Adams. They're part of Bright Star Schools now.
oh,
But
Bryce.
I know, Green Dot. That's awesome. What do you do there?
I'm a technology teacher.
For what grade levels?
So, ninth grade.
Nice.
So I pretty much get all the incoming ninth graders in our high school.
And so is your goal to teach them like strategies for applying it throughout high school? Like, are you guys doing Chromebooks where you're teaching them how to do Chromebooks or something like that?
So I actually have a computer lab.
Okay.
We're doing Windows 7 in the lab, but for the rest of the school, we moved to Chromebooks. There's a couple of Windows laptop carts and things like that. But yeah, on the whole, it's I work in South Central, and the kids really have no experience with technology, so it's a very kind of beginner course.
Yeah.
Even going from, like, at the very beginning, it's like, how do you turn a computer on and off? They don't know that. It's scary.
So are they coming there? Are they coming in with any sort of prior knowledge, like even with like tablets or phones or nothing? They come from pretty much nothing.
Um, there's more kids that, I mean, it seems like most of their experience is texting or Facebook, stuff like that, but other than that, not much. A couple of them come in with a technology course in middle school, and those are the kids that are ahead, that know some stuff about Excel and things like that.
Yeah.
But most know nothing. It's exactly why I teach what I do.
Yeah, no kidding. It's job security for sure. Jeez.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
5 years.
Okay.
So.
And then did you teach anywhere before that?
I did student teaching in Northern California. So I was at San Mateo High School and Booksir Middle School over kind of in Sunnydale.
Okay.
And Sequoia High School. So.
Well, so you popped around a lot. Is it just because, I'm sure it's just because of all the stuff going on with the economy over the last 5 years, yeah?
My student teaching, I was really lucky, and I got to experience 3 different school settings.
Teaching. Got it.
Yeah. So it was nice to get to work at 3 different schools, and I got to work with all grade levels 6 to 12. So it was great. I was able to kind of pick out what grade level I wanted for the future. So, and then I got ninth graders, and I love my ninth graders.
Oh yay! That's a good story.
Yeah. Really lucky.
So right now I'm working out of the district office, and I'm pretty much responsible for teaching the teachers how to integrate technology. So I'm still here, but I'm a teacher on assignment. And so I spent 10 years in the classroom, and now doing this it was like dream come true, because I was so, you just get so full of like strategies that you love and things you work for, and now it's like I get to go spread that out. And so so it's been cool, but it's also hard because I'm not as connected to the students, so I'm having to work really hard to stay connected to my old students, and then also really be in teachers' classrooms up here so that I can just stay in touch with what's going on. And part of why I wanted to talk about digital badges is because I participated in a MOOC on digital badges, maybe at the beginning, maybe like September, and I just like the idea of it. I mean, what about you? What about digital badges kind of makes you excited?
I think as a gamer myself, I love getting badges in games. I'm one of those people that like to collect all of the badges.
Yeah.
And my students love that kind of stuff too. I'm already, using technology all the time. I've just been trying to figure out how to incorporate badges easily and meaningfully. And what I've seen is I would like to really create my own designs, because a lot of the designs out there are kind of meh.
Yeah, and they might not fit like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Totally.
So that's kind of what I've been thinking.
Okay. And I haven't really gotten to a place where I'm handing them out. I mean, my focus has been primarily on giving badges to teachers for professional development that I've been offering. But where I'm struggling is trying to figure out how to measure how to basically figure out if they've earned it, you know? So I know where I go to build my badges, and I'm happy to share that with you because I agree. Like, I wanted to make my own. Oh, there you go. Perfect. And what was I saying? That I know where to go to make them, but I don't know. I still need to figure out how to, like, figure out if they've earned them. And that's probably something you're going to be dealing with too, right? It's like, how do you really guarantee that they've done what they need to do? Unless it doesn't matter and you just, you know, they kind of self-select those badges. What do you want out of it?
I mean, it depends on if you're using them to show that the students have met standards versus maybe like a free time project they're doing, like a 20% time kind of thing. You know, at the beginning, I don't know if you were able to listen to the session, what they were, the Edu Wins they were just talking about, but several people were talking about how, you know, they're using a 20% time in their class.
Yeah.
And it seems like you could do some really interesting things with badges in that aspect. For me, I'm probably going to use it more for standards.
I like that. So are you using the nets then, or what standards are you using?
So my district, we kind of developed our own technology standards, and then I kind of broke them down even further into kind of smaller objectives. So I probably would have badges for a set of some of the objectives that maybe they could show me on like a mini assessment project kind of thing.
Do they have portfolios, online portfolios at all?
No, we did online portfolios at the end of the school year in my class last year, but it was just like a week.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get the other teachers on board with more technology.
Because I'm just thinking, part of what I've struggled with badges is making sure that teachers feel like they have a place to put them. And so, you know, I'm also trying to get my teachers to develop teacher web pages, like ones that parents go to and students go to, and they put their videos on. And some of that's working, but I imagine if I had students that kind of like that were like your kids, where the resources were a little bit limited. I mean, are you guys a Google Apps school district?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I was out for a minute.
Yeah. Did you hear anything? I think I was just doing this.
I had the blue screen of death on Chrome.
Got it.
So, sorry, now I'm here.
No, I was just saying that we have to be thinking about where they're going to host them, or else there's not really it's not really worth it, I guess, or I don't know. But I guess it's the pursuit of the badge, which is what we care about, right? It's not so much the badge itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh no, you are totally frozen still. Oh, there.
Oh, am I frozen?
No, you're in two windows. Weird.
Yeah. Let me close again and let me try reopening. Can I do that?
Oh no, yeah, you did it. Good job.
Oh, it fixed itself.
Now you're just voice.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
What happened? Okay, you're still there.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna try closing and reopening just to see.
Do you have the invitation still? All right, y'all, looks like this is going to stop a little early, but I guess big takeaways are be thinking about what you can do to help your students, whether they're kids or teachers or parents. Just really value the quest of the badge in addition to the badge itself, because I think, we can all get caught up in being excited about the trophy and not so much. Oh, are you there?
Am I back?
You're there!
Yay!
I was going to end it. I was like giving my final words of like, this is what you should think about. Okay, bye.
Sorry about that. I'm supposed to be start this group. But,
perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
So what else do you think about badges? Are you using them at all?
For PD is what I'm really trying to use them for, and that's what I was saying, that I want my teachers to be interested in the pursuit of it, and so that's why I'm really trying to think about how to measure it, because I think if I give that goal to the teachers, they're gonna feel more. They're gonna feel like I'm putting them on a path to success versus earn this badge, and I'm not. And this is what the badge means. Like, for example, if I were to take one badge that I have is owning Chrome, and so I want them to be really comfortable navigating within the Chrome interface and going into the Play Store and downloading apps and extensions. But I realize, like, if I want them to do that, they're teachers, like, they need a goal to work towards, I think, and so I'm quantifying it and saying, send me a screenshot of your toolbar with 3 extensions installed. And
nice.
If you send that to me, I'll send you the badge. So then my support of it is teaching them how to install extensions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm balancing in my head, making sure I have the time and that I'm really valuing that process, because I want them to value the process. And then the badges are like the icing on the cake, and they can put it on their website. So anyways, and I use the resource Credly. I wanted to tell you that. It's awesome. CREDLY. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have. Let me look at that one again, because I've looked at so many different, I think Credly might be the one I liked most.
So easy.
There's so many different ones that I've looked at, and yeah, I think Credly's the attractive one.
Yeah. There's a look to them, and what's cool is, like, they have some images that you can use, but then you can also upload any image you want, and I love that, because, like, one badge I put together was the Common Sense, like, digital citizenship, because I did a training on Common Sense Media, and so I got the logo for Common Sense Media and put that on the badge, and I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I think Credly is the one that I like. Yeah. So in Credly, I don't remember, the badges are collected in Credly, or is there some external source?
So the user has to make a profile, and then they can go ahead and you can either mail the badge to them, or they can request, or they can just openly get it. It depends on how you make the settings for each badge. Mm-hmm. And then once they have it, it does live in Credly. But what I have teachers do is just take a screenshot of the badge and put that as an image on their website. So it's multi-steps. It's not perfect by any means. But
it seems like Credly would have something built in that you could embed on maybe your website.
And maybe I just need to spend more time in it, but I can't find it. Because I have my... I wish they had, like, a share button, like, I earned this, like...
Yeah.
It makes me want to go look and see if maybe I missed it.
I bet there's something out there.
I know. I bet there is. There has to be, right?
It says, okay, it says there's recognize achievement using platforms and tools you use today. It looks like you can integrate it in WordPress, so my bet would be there's probably a way to do it with HTML code.
Totally.
So I bet there's a way to integrate it in teachers' websites. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, now I want to go look. What the heck? Now I'm going to get all distracted, Amy.
Well, no, I'm looking too now. So, I mean...
I guess that's the point of this? I don't know. That's the advantage we have of being two people in edcampHOME.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I think that's an option. Do all of your teachers use websites? Because I think that's an issue for me. Is I would love to have badges for my PDs next year for the teachers at my school, but I don't know where they would publish those because they don't have websites.
That's exactly right. Like websites is what I'm pushing, and I'm going to push badges, and the people that have the websites are going to take them and run with them. And I feel like this is just going to be a process where I'm just going to continue to show the teachers like the value of a teacher website, like really a teaching hub. I don't want to call it a website. I want to call it a hub, a learning hub. You know, because it's about hosting your flipped lessons. It's about you know, embedding documents and web quests, and I want it to be so rich. And if you say a teacher website, like 9 times out of 10 people think of due dates and calendars.
Exactly.
So, what do your teachers use for the most part?
Nothing.
Are you guys a Google Apps district?
We just moved to Google Apps 1 year ago, and it's a transition for people. We're working on it. For me, I'm full in, but I'm trying to do more trainings this next year to get people more invested.
That's so good. I'm right there with you. Like, I'm just moving my teachers there now, and on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're having a boot camp, an all-day, 3 days, all-day boot camp for Google Apps because of what you're saying. Like, they don't know it, and so they don't use it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that more people use Google Sites. You should do Google Sites.
I use Google Sites personally, but not really for PD per se. I'll use it for putting up like a presentation I do, so teachers can refer back to it. But what about? I'm wondering if you could use Credly with Google+. If you get all your teachers on Google+ in a teacher group for your school, sharing resources that way.
I think that's on. Okay, I am not going to be the naysayer, but I'll tell you just about the journey that I've had with social media and the teachers.
Yeah.
Like, in general, that is like Mount Everest, where like I think where we're at is we're just trying to climb Mount Whitney. You know, like we're like I am working my way up Mount Everest. Like, I am shoving Twitter, Google+, anything I can, Facebook groups. Like, I am trying to saturate them with social media. And some people are going with it, and other people are not sure, kind of watching from a distance. Other people are like, no. And so I say give it a shot. Why not? You know? But also maybe they can just learn about sites by making like a one-page simple site that just holds their badges.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Could be a way to get them to learn sites.
Yeah, that's true.
Put them on a Google Doc. That's a site. That's a site in and of itself. When you think about it. I did some PD, and they were like telling people to do digital newsletters, put them on a site, and then somebody's like, just make a Google Doc. And I'm like, that was one of those like, oh, right. Like, a Google Doc is a website. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
It is a totally different way of thinking of it.
Totally. I'm not sure what we're doing for your students, though. We haven't really talked about your students.
No, I'm actually very interested now in, the student stuff I feel like I could figure out, and it's really been more of a, am I going to do it or not kind of thing. I think the teacher PD, though, is more important, because having done tech PDs for the last couple of years at my school, people are just still not invested, and it's not personalized. Everybody's getting the same PD, so I am trying to figure out how to customize it a little more and get people motivated. I think the badge idea is great. I like the idea of having some sort of proving behavior that they're sending to you, and then you give them the badge. The question is, I think the question is, what's the platform, and if it's Credly, how are they, publishing that? And then for you, I'm wondering, are teachers using Google Sites then to share resources? What are you using for different websites that the teachers have?
Well, that's a good question. I'm in the process of falling in love with the website host we have, and I'm optimistic, but it's not where I want it to be. So I use Weebly. I love the Weebly account, but I also want my teachers to learn Google Sites, so I am going to be more focused on pushing Google Sites this year. And it's not as user-friendly, it's not as attractive as Weebly, but I think if I focus on those two, that'll kind of make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And be relatively easy to manage.
It's so
we are Google Apps, you know? Weebly's so easy. You use Weebly?
No, I was going to say, as ugly as Google Sites is, I mean, it's hideous, but it's so easy to embed Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets. I mean, all that stuff is a piece of cake. So I use it all the time just because it's easy with everything else I'm using.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what you could even do, I bet this would help you a lot, is if you design a digital badge template for your teachers, and instead of making them create their site, just send them the template and have them edit the site you made for them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's true. Because that's what I've done with students.
Hub.
That's a good idea. What, for your teacher website, I'm trying to think of what's on mine. I've got, you know, I'm always debating about what should go on the homepage, you know.
And this is what I'll tell you as I got closer to the camera. You saw that? I have Google Analytics on my staff development website that I made for my teachers, and they go to the homepage and they leave 9 times out of 10. So I make sure all of my most critical pieces of information are there, and like my most attractive media is there to then hook them into little pieces inside. But they don't really go there. You're okay. Yeah. I wonder. Yeah. I definitely think templates could be helpful, though. Maybe I should do that too for them.
I think the question. Well, the purpose is the question, because like right now that I've moved into holding PDs and putting resources up for teachers, I now have a website that's split between resources for students and teachers.
Oh, so, yeah, you need to split that up.
Well, I kind of like having it all on the same page. So what I'm thinking I'll do is on the home page, I'm just going to have 2 big buttons.
Okay.
Students and educators.
I am a student. I am an educator. Perfect.
And then just split it from there, because I don't want to mess with multiple sites. I want it all to be on one.
No, I get it. I totally get it. I think that's not a bad idea. And ultimately, it has to work for you. So
True.
So there's that. Awesome.
Are your teachers using Weebly then most, or Google Sites most, or neither?
Most is relative, but if they do, I would say a lot of them are using my teacher pages because that's what they were using before. But that's paid. And when I look at what they're doing on my teacher pages, it's stuff that would transfer really easily to Google Sites. So I need to have a conversation with my superintendent to just kind of catch him up on that and let him know what I'm seeing, and go from there. I kind of sometimes I'll work in stealth mode when I'm doing something like this and not really tell people about it, but just infiltrate the system by talking to certain teachers and getting them on board and seeing how it works. And then the next thing I know, it's like there's 20 people doing something, so it becomes a thing, Yeah. I normally don't do that, but I've found that it kind of works here. And then if it flops, then nobody really knows. It feels awesome.
My school's not that big. We have about 35 teachers total. So, and I've got about 3 on board besides myself.
Oh,
with
wow,
technology.
that is small.
So, yeah.
But you know what? It's not tiny. It's totally legit, and what you're doing is so great, and it matters so much, and it's awesome. It's awesome that you get to teach the kids, but you're teaching the teachers. That's crazy. Yeah. That's cool.
It's fun because as much as I don't know, it's fun to talk ed tech separately than teaching tech. It's so different, and they're both really fun.
Yeah? Which one do you love the most? Or which one do you find yourself loving?
I mean, I love ed tech more in a way because I get tired of teaching, and not tired of teaching, but teaching, saying the same thing over and over, and being patient with really basic skills drives me a little crazy. But at the same time, I don't know that I get switched fully to like ed tech all the time because the kids the kids just are such a joy, And I mean, they make me laugh every day. They're fun. I mean, I don't think I'd want to leave that side. So,
Yep.
yeah, I might do like a 50-50 teach and coach kind of thing. But for now, I'm doing, PDs several. I think I get 5 times this year. So
cool.
I think it'll work out well. It's just
And you're totally thinking about your teachers. It's great. It's you're wanting them to grow, and you're wanting to grow yourself. So it's like all the pieces are there. It's just a matter of figuring out the balance and making sure, like you said, that you have the platform. I only wrote down platform. What did you say? Platform? You said, let's figure out the platform, and then how they're gonna share it.
Yeah, I mean, so Credly sounds like that's the platform, and I think that is the one that I liked the most overall. The one I really was interested in as well was Mozilla has their own badge thing, but it just never took off fully. So yeah, I think Credly is the way to go. The badges suck in Edmodo and in Schoology. I don't know if
I know both. I haven't used them, but I know them both.
Yeah, they're not going to motivate kids. They're hideous badges. They're really ugly. Yeah.
Let's hope nobody from Edmodo or Schoology are listening.
Hey, I use Schoology. I love Schoology. No, it's true. Like Credly, their badges are so attractive. Even if you're not designing them outside of Credly, you automatically are making something that's more attractive and appealing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Schoology, I love using it for everything else, just not for badges. And Edmodo's great too. I have a lot of coworkers that use Edmodo, so it's not about that so much as the other badges are lacking. I really wanted those badge platforms to do it for me,
I totally get it. But
integrated.
That's EdTech, is you take a little bit from here and a little bit from here and a little bit from here, and then you have a system.
Yeah.
And then it changes when a new technology comes out, and you're like, oh, okay, back to square one.
It would be very interesting if you could embed the Credly badges somehow into your Google Plus profile. I feel like that would be nice.
Yeah, I want to look into that.